Finish him!
Here we go again!
So that monstrosity you just heard was the first beat I ever made. Now, even though that was garbage, I feel like I've gotten a little bit better since then. I'm going to show you some of the stuff I made during this time so that you can see for yourself what 1 year of music progression really looks like. Now, this was the first time I gave anything like this a try, and so when I downloaded FL Studio, I literally stared at it and had no idea what I was looking at. I mean, bro, can you tell me these don't look similar? So I ended up coming across stuff like this in Reddit, and it basically has a bunch of sounds that you can use to make music. So this one was called First Kinda For Real Beat, I Guess. Let's just take a listen. I also started watching a bunch of Nick Mira videos, and that really helped me because he goes through a bunch of stuff on how to even start. I also remember starting to do like stuff like hi-hat rolls and I don't know. Now, these next 2 months honestly became, I think, the biggest improvement, mainly for just purely sound selection. And so I bought my first VST, which allows me to have real instruments like pianos and bells and synths. This point on too, I also became notorious at starting beats but not finishing them. Like I feel like I would have like a good idea one day and like start it and then go to work and school and come back and then like I'd open it up the next day and it literally sounded like complete ass. The ones I didn't finish were for a good reason. It was pretty annoying at the time because I would watch all these other producers and people on YouTube make like 20 beats in 4 hours, and I was struggling to make like one beat in like 4 days. Now, I was pretty happy with the way things were progressing because they were becoming somewhat listenable, although they still weren't mixed well, and I still really had no idea what I was doing. Now, by far, this was definitely my most improved one, but some of the sounds still were a bit quiet. Now, after I kind of got the hang of things, I started sampling a lot of video game music. I also bought another VST named Electra X. Now, to be fair, I wasn't the most creative sampler at the time, but it was really catchy. Now, for some reason, when I was doing all these video game ones, I just kept using the same repeating synths and like ARPs. I don't know why. It just sounded good to me at the time, I guess. I also remember I sampled Darius. I took a clip of him like talking from TikTok and I like chopped it up and stuff, and then I turned it into like this. Now, at the start of 2025, I low-key thought I was going to quit. I had just started back up school and I was feeling pretty burnt out from the stuff I was making. So I literally only made like 2 beats throughout like January. And I felt like it was honestly like a much needed break because up until that point, it was taking up all of my time. And it felt like way more of like a chore than what I just wanted to do. So after about a month, I ended up getting back into it and I was way more consistent. I kept making roughly the same style and genre, which again, I was comfortable with, but I felt like I could do more. I think the biggest obstacle in making music is purely just overthinking, at least for me. I mean, there was like times where I'd be making a beat for like a straight week. And I would hate that one more than the one I made in like 20 minutes. So at the start of April, I ended up getting Expand 2. And this was when I really started branching out and trying new stuff. After I branched out into like the Ken Carson type beats, I ended up doing stuff like this. I don't even know what genre this one is, but it just sounded kind of catchy. Then I started getting a little goofy. I also remember Nick Mira saying how one of the best things a new producer can do, or maybe it was like one thing he regrets not doing sooner, was branching out and trying different genres. And holy shit, he's right. Now this is the most recent beat I made, and it's probably my favorite, and I sampled it out of the one from the intro. I bought this VST called Hive. So I took whatever the hell this was, threw it in a Fruity Slicer, and I basically just made it repeat itself on 2 different notes. It was the only thing that sounded slightly good. Pluck thing, I don't know what it is. It works, it works. Then I took this really high-pitched pluck, repeating pluck arp, a soft pad, a lead, I really don't know what it is, but it sounded kind of cool. Some more plucks. And finally, now I'm not going to kill you, but here's a quick refresh of the first beat.
Finish him! Here we go again!
here we have it.
Finish him!